Hello, it's Zane Martin with Coldwell Banker, Mark Campbell and Associates, your first step in real estate. I just wanted to continue our video series on the 8 steps of becoming a homeowner. And before we continue on to step number 7 today, I wanted to go through and just recap the previous 6 steps. If you remember, step 1 is you need to get hooked up with a real estate agent you trust and someone that can really look out for your best interest. And ultimately, you just need to give me a call. Step number 2 is you want to get pre-qualified for a mortgage. You want to figure out exactly how much home you can afford. In order to do that, you need to get pre-qualified for a home. Step 3 is after you get hooked up with an agent and you get pre-qualified, is it's time to start going and out and looking for a house and finding the right house for you. Step 4, once you find that right house, now you're ready to make an offer and start negotiating on it. Step number 5 is after you make an offer and after you negotiate, and you have a contract that's been accepted, we enter into what we call the option period. And this is that 10-day period where you can back out for any reason and maintain your earnest money. It's oftentimes during this time we get our inspections done and find out really what's going on with the house. Step 6, we talked about this yesterday, and this is the underwriting, appraisal, title policy, really everything that goes into getting ready for closing. This is oftentimes the longest step and a lot that can go into it. So make sure if you have questions about that video, you go back and check it out. And today we're going to talk about step 7. Right at this point, we're ready to close. We're actually probably within a day of closing. This step is the buyer's walkthrough, or the final walkthrough. During this time is really you want to go through, me and the buyer are going to go into the house. We're going to walk through it. We're going to make sure that if there are any repairs negotiated, that we're going to make sure those repairs were actually done and done well. We're going to make sure the house is clean. We're going to make sure that everything is up to the way that the contract states, so that you're getting the house that you really want and the house that you're paying for. We don't want you to get stuck in a house that you thought you were getting, and then as the sellers were leaving, they didn't clean it. They left holes in the wall. If they said they were going to repair things, we want to make sure they actually got those done. Make sure, like I said, that every situation, every step, and every stipulation in the contract is being followed. You definitely don't want to miss out on this, because if you get into closing, you sign, and then you go, and then after that, you go into the house. At that point, you're kind of past the point of no return, and you're stuck with whatever house you get. But if you do the walkthrough first and things aren't the way they should be, you're able to go back to the seller and make sure they follow their end of the contract as well. So that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to, please stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to talk about the very last step, step number 8, and that's closing and funding. So, like I said, like I've been saying, if you have any questions or if you want to talk about buying a house, give me a call at 817-629-5282, or just shoot me a message here on Facebook. Again, I'm Zane Martin, your first step in real estate.